Thanks, guys. Well, you might want a little dessert after you watch this play. A Mind Made Up returns to the Ritz Theater this Saturday for an encore performance.
The story is about how we deal with conflict as it relates to medical. We live in a society where, unfortunately, a lot of people are getting sick at this point in their lives, whether it's dealing with cancer, whether it's sickle cell. In my particular case, we're dealing with Alzheimer's disease.
That's playwright director Zarek Jones speaking on his award-winning play, A Mind Made Up, the encore.
How do we deal with Alzheimer's disease? How do we deal with, number one, being a caregiver and be able to help take care of those who have been diagnosed with this Alzheimer's disease? And so it's very, number one, educational opportunity to be able to get some type of exposure, knowledge about Alzheimer's disease, but more importantly, how do we treat it?
With those questions hanging in the air, I was curious how personal the play might be to him.
A good friend of mine came to several of my stage plays, and of course he sits on the board of Mayo Clinic, and he and I had a conversation. He said, "Hey man, have you ever thought about doing something as it relates to Alzheimer's?" Didn't think about it, but after careful consideration, I decided to put pen to paper and decided to be able to write this story, because a lot of my stories are about relationships between spouses, blended families, things of that nature, and how we deal with the day-to-day activities. Well, in this particular case, how to deal with a patient, or especially a loved one, who has Alzheimer's disease, but more importantly, how you care for that particular person.
While not having a direct connection, the message resonated with Zarek and obviously his audience as well. Oh, and the audience receiving this message? Everyone.
It's not just in dealing with the Black community, but overall perspective. From dementia to forgetting things as relates to people, places, events, to even forget eating. How do we treat that? Because we also understand that there is no one particular cure for this disease, but there are strategies that we can use in order to help combat it.
Besides the educational aspect of A Mind Made Up, Zarek has a few other things he hopes the audience takes away from the experience.
Number one, to be entertained, because we are in the business of entertaining people. Two, to be educated about Alzheimer's disease, but more importantly, to be empowered.
And if you're worried about the topic and the play being heavy, you would be incorrect.
My philosophy is, if we can't laugh together, we don't need to be together. Okay, that's my philosophy. I mean, everybody loves laughter. Laughter is the common cure for the soul. But at the same time, want to be able to educate people about what this disease does, but more importantly, how does it impact families? How does it impact the relationships, especially whether it's a husband or a wife or, a son or a daughter? How does this impact? Now, of course, there are some comical elements. There's some, as we put it, the element of surprise and comic relief. That's where my good friend, Miss Jennifer Weeks, actually come in. And of course, we have Ishmael Blue. And so we have those two individuals to actually come and try to relieve some of the tension, some of the pressure by making it a comedy.
Oh, Jen Weeks and Ishmael Blue, let the laughs flow and the lessons begin. I'm Rance Adams for River City Live. So the curtains go up for A Mind Made Up, the encore, this Saturday at the Ritz Theater and Museum at 7 p.m. You can still get those tickets at ritzjacksonville.com.